Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of ETNA Talks. I'm your host, Dr. Juan Leyva from Universidad Autónoma de Barcelona, and today I'm delighted to introduce Dr. María José Morales from the University of Las Palmas de Gran Canaria in Spain. Dr. Morales is a distinguished nurse and anthropologist whose research and teaching focus on transcultural care, health anthropology, gerontology, and community health. She's especially known for her work with older adults, immigrants, caregivers, and for applying Madeleine Leininger's transcultural nursing theory in practice. Through her innovative projects and international collaboration, Dr. Morales has made significant contributions to advancing culturally competent nursing care. It is an honor to have her with us today on ETNA Talks. Welcome, María José. Hello, María José. Let's start at the very beginning. What first inspired your interest in transcultural nursing and the anthropology of health?
Oh, hello, Juan. Thank you very much for inviting me to this conversation.
It's my pleasure.
Oh, good. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah, let me see. I think it is a compendium of different aspects because as a nurse, you develop a broader understanding of human beings than just their only health problems there are problems of pathology. Given that the Canary Islands have always been a multicultural place, combining nursing and anthropology seemed like the next logical step in my exploration of this profession to combine both areas of knowledge. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. This is fascinating, and you have conducted important research on migrant caregivers and other adults in Spain. If I'm not wrong, could you share some of the unique challenges and strengths you have observed among these caregivers?
Okay, let me see. I think their fundamental strength lies in the fact that they are very, very, very human people. They have the capacity to develop empathy and understanding of the needs of the people that they care for, which is, I think, in my opinion, is very important. I think their work, on the other hand, I think their work being invisible on the non-legal status of many of them in the country, I think their weakness. Yeah.
Okay, María José. Madeleine Leininger's theory has been a cornerstone in transcultural nursing, as we all know. How has her work influenced your teaching and your research? Could you share an example of its practical application?
Oh, of course. I can say with confidence that Leininger's theory of culturally competent care was a turning point in my understanding of nursing care. I think, yeah. I discovered when I was developing my doctoral thesis. And although it's difficult for nurses to create transcultural care plans within the Spanish healthcare system, it's very, very difficult. But I have found it possible to use the theory in my teaching. I think it's maybe easier. And this has been particularly useful in the field of ethno-nursing. My students, I think I'm thinking in your example, my students went out into their local area to observe their neighbors and their surroundings from a different perspective, identifying cultural aspects of care and health. And they found this very, very rewarding, I think. Yeah.
Wow, that's powerful and innovative as well. And María José, in your recent work, you have explored also how cultural competence is acquired through compassionate care for these undocumented immigrants. What have been the most important lessons from this experience? What have you learned?
Oh, I must recognize that this is a work we are projecting right now. We plan to implement this project for the next course, and it's based on the recent influx of immigrants arriving in the Canary Islands by Padera boats, and stems from conversations with some of the Red Cross students volunteers as well. Through hearing their stories, we have seen how compassion and compassionate care adapted to the culture of the person arriving arises almost spontaneously in the caregiver. And this is why we are interested in this line of work.
Wow, this is very interesting and also very challenging.
Yeah,
Wow,
it is.
I wish you the best, and I'm looking forward to reading your research. Wow,
Thank you very much.
And from your perspective, how would you say that nursing education better prepares students to provide culturally sensitive and effective care to these diverse communities?
Oh, okay. I sincerely believe that nursing in Spain is at a very challenging point indeed in its history. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because on the one hand, technology is advancing at an astonishing rate, but on the other hand, I think we are witnessing a major humanitarian crisis all over the world. This is why I consider training in diversity to be essential, and why I find this question so important as well. However, achieving this is complex, as we must also consider the psychology and personalities of our students.
Of course.
Above all, we must start with the students themselves, as Leininger or Papadopoulos and others tell us. I think we must encourage our students to observe themselves, reflect on their own prejudices and ideas about others, and identify the barriers they need to overcome in order to provide culturally competent and meaningful care for both themselves and their patients. I think everything starts inside oneself.
Yeah, totally right. How important is reflective thinking? And yeah, totally agree. And Maria Jose, for those nurses who are working with elderly people or depending patients, what advice would you give them for integrating cultural awareness into their daily practice?
Um, Okay, I think the same applies to students.
Yeah, the same advice.
Yeah, but well, okay. I think nowadays we must resist falling into many prejudices, such as ageism or work-related aspects like routine, as well. Um, I would encourage them to look at others individuals they do not know and would like to get to know in order to understand their real needs and the values that are important to them. I think is the very important beginning.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, total sense. And looking ahead,
Mm.
I mean, like thinking about the future, what emerging issues or research areas in transcultural nursing do you find like more, let's say, promising or urgent?
Oh, uh, well, I don't know if it's a new phenomenon, but I do think the gender issue still
Yep.
needs to be addressed. Until people stop dying because of the agenda, it will be necessary to continue working on it. In my opinion, it's one of the greatest cultural scourges that has ever existed and will continue to exist in human societies. So I think we must still working on it. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. There's still so many disparities just for gender aspects. Yeah,
Exactly.
totally agree. And I mean, unfortunately, we have run out of time, and our interview has come to an end. So Maria Jose, thank you very much for sharing
Oh,
your insights
oh,
and experiences with us.
you are
It's
very welcome.
been it's been like truly enlightening conversation, and I hope our listeners have enjoyed our conversation, enjoyed our Spanish accent,
I hope so.
which is also
My mistake.
challenging
Sorry.
for for us and also for the listeners. Maria Jose, thank you so much for
No,
your
no.
time. and for your knowledge.
No, thank you to you. I'm delighted, and I encourage you to go on with your podcast project. And I think it would be very interesting. Thank you very much, Juan.
We'll keep going on. And for those listening to this podcast, as I always say, please follow us and share this podcast to your colleagues and your friends.
Of course.
The more we are at ETNA, the merrier. Okay, so thank you.